Hello, Holistic Chamber of Commerce family. Welcome to today's Meet a Member segment. And I have with me Theresa Callard-Moore. And she is going to be talking about advocating change in healthcare. And I think this is something so important that holistic practitioners really want to pay attention to because it's Theresa and her partner that are being an advocate for this holistic wellness, like to have a very solid place in society and find a way to work in conjunction with conventional medicine versus being like some kind of outside, I guess, like not as equal source, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So really quickly, let me just read Teresa's bio here. Teresa's the CEO and founder of Bridget and has been a holistic psychotherapist for 30 years. She's written a book, Bridget, The Integrative Medicine Approach to the Healthcare Crisis in the United States. And this year, she and her partners launched consumersforwellness.org, which is a platform for consumers and providers to send legislators, medical schools, and insurance companies letters that we want holistic health care, that it should carry the same weight as conventional medicine. Her goal is to lobby for change, and boy, don't we need that. So welcome, Theresa.
Thank you, Lore. Thank you. Hello, everyone in the HCC world, all my fellow members.
So let's start with what problem you are trying to solve.
The problem we are trying to solve is one that we all know is there, but not everyone is aware of it, and certainly not aware that they can do something about it. I think if you talk to any practitioner, holistic or traditional, any patient, any hospital system, they're all going to say, yep, there's a problem with our system. Our healthcare system is not working very well. We know it's not working very well. That's the problem I want to solve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think too, not only is it not working very well, but our physicians don't communicate with each other. And even in the conventional medical model, it's like, oh, I'm a foot doctor. I don't speak to the heart doctor.
It's very siloed. Yes, they're not treating a whole person. They're treating a part of a person. Just one organ at a time or one foot at a time. Yes, it's
that's funny. We treat you one foot at a time.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's great. All right, so let's talk about as this advocacy center, what is your target audience?
Okay. It's a broad net. And we did that on purpose because all of us humans need some kind of healthcare. I mean, from any age, right? So in that sense, it really is a broad net. On our website, it says, do you love healthcare? Do you hate healthcare? Do you not use your healthcare? Do you use it all the time? I mean, we really want to improve what we already have, and everyone is subject to it in some way because we are working on our wellness all the time, either whether we're aware of it or not. Right? Some people aren't aware that they're going against their healthcare by the things that they're eating and doing, but they are. At some point, your healthcare comes into play. So everyone really is our audience. However, let me make it a little bit more clear. We really want to unite three groups in general. The consumers, which us practitioners, we're consumers too, right? We're consumers of the things that we believe in already. So the consumers of healthcare in general, the practitioners, which are us members at HCC, and then the organizations, the holistic and healthcare organizations. We want to market to all of them because we're trying to unite all three.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Something else that just popped into my head as you were talking, like being an advocate though for preventative medicine, yes, whatever that looks like. I feel like our society is like sick society, like, oh, we don't do anything till you get sick, but
yes,
we don't have the same value for prevention.
I know. And I feel like our holistic group is all about prevention. I mean, that every single one of us would say, yeah, that's the side we're on. We want to prevent things. We're not typically treating, well, we're trying to help people who are already sick, right? We have all these chronic illnesses in the United States. We're trying to help those folks, but ultimately we're trying to prevent them in general. Absolutely.
Yeah, and a lot of the practitioners here, yes, they do treat like the sick, but they do a lot of prevention work. And
Mhm.
anybody that cares about their health and is interested in holistic wellness probably does prevention.
Yes.
So it's definitely a backwards model. It's like, well, we won't pay until you're sick and there's something wrong with you.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I think I think the bigger reason that we're stuck here is just because we can't study people who are healthy. We can't study what they're doing. And that's one of the pieces that we are trying to do in the Bridget side. And just let me clarify because this does get a little confusing and I want to be as clear as we can. Bridget is our parent company. Our end goal is to have a community health and wellness program that's owned by the people and benefits the people in a prevention way. That's our ultimate goal. We were trying to get traction with the healthcare organizations directly. I've been doing this since 2009. My partners and I have been working since 2009 for free, trying to make this happen. We didn't get very far. So now we created Consumers for Wellness, which is a separate website. And we're creating an organization, a lobby to unite all of us that are using these holistic and integrative methods to say, okay, we want to raise our voices and create a lobby for change. So I want to distinguish the two. But going back to Bridget, that's the change we're looking for. I want to be able to do research on what healthy people are doing. How does yoga and going to massage therapy and eating organic food helping you stay out of the hospital? There's no way to measure that now. We can only measure once you get into the hospital. So I want to set this up for a membership program that we can track that and prove that what we are all doing is working and effective. So now it's a prevention and wellness model when we do it that way.
Yeah. I did put Bridget in the comments here because when you say it, Bridget, it sounds like someone's name.
It does.
Yeah, and so you don't necessarily see the connotation of the words like bridge it, bridging holistic
Yes.
practices and, more conventional medical treatment systems. So
Yeah. The name is confusing, but we really are bridging traditional and holistic. So integrative technology or tips and techniques is the T. So it's integrative IT. So I put it together for the book that I wrote. And right now that's the name that sticks.
yeah, out of curiosity, because books often serve as platforms, has that been a decent platform for you in working or trying to communicate with conventional medical systems at all?
It hasn't helped much.
Mm.
I will say one thing that's been effective recently is this grassroots in reaching out to legislators because I have been writing to United States congressmen and senators, but also our local ones. I'm in Michigan, so I wrote to my local ones that just got elected to say, hey, we're here. And I actually got a call back. I have a meeting this month with a US congressman. So I'm excited to see what they're looking to do. And hopefully we can get some traction that way.
Yeah, well, I, for one, appreciate your commitment to this because, like you said, you are doing it for free. I mean, this isn't something that's making you a ton of money. And I know that when Camille started the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, part of her mission was to help, be that bridge from wellness practitioner to consumer, but also to help teach, more conventional medical systems the efficacy
Mhm.
of holistic
Right.
practices and that yes we can work in tandem, we can work together, it's not this or that.
Right.
So I know that she definitely appreciates you being a member here and doing what you're doing for on behalf of all the wellness
Mhm.
practitioners.
I am seeing some progress. There are programs mostly in the oncology, the cancer centers are doing a lot of integrative techniques and methods with their cancer treatment and for the caregivers, the staff, and the patients. So I am seeing something, and we're trying to capitalize on that and maybe expand from that model and maybe possibly into the rest of the hospital. Wouldn't that be lovely? And outside of the hospital, yes.
Yeah, I saw that you, I guess Bridget did you do research with cancer? Or I saw something about that in
I'm reaching out to those departments and trying to do a qualitative study and present at a or not a local conference. It's in Canada this year, but the Integrative Oncology Conference is in Canada this year, and I'd like to present our model in conjunction with the ones that are currently being offered in cancer centers. And on a side note, I am a cancer survivor. I just got treated for cancer 3 months ago. So, I feel like I'm even more passionate about it now because I'm living the integrative approach to cancer surviving.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I know a lot of people who are doing it these days. Like you said, especially when it comes to cancer, is working from both ends to support their bodies and
Mhm.
recovery. Yeah, so that's fantastic. So before we get off, the topic, because I talked about how we appreciate you being here, like fighting. I guess a little. It's political. It can be very political, and that could be something that's very challenging to
Daunting. It's
uh,
it's daunting. It's massive. And I hate politics. I hate it. I have never written letters to my legislators before. I have always just because my clients took up all of my time, right? I mean, we were just working from dusk till dawn, and then we've got families and our own lives to manage and take care of. I've never reached out like this before. I just couldn't. After this came to me, the idea of the holistic wellness community health care plan, after that came to me in 2009, I just couldn't not do it. I just can't not do it. And it's a huge task. We just keep showing up. Even though they won't have a ton of traction yet, okay, I'm just going to keep showing up because we have to do something. Someone has to do something.
Mhm.
And I don't know how else to do it. So I'm learning about our government and how to write letters. And this is all a big learning curve for me. I've only done clinical work, just one-on-one with my clients. This is a whole new animal dealing with big systems like this.
And it can be daunting, I think, for wellness practitioners such as myself to say, yes, I really believe in what you're doing. And yes, I want to get involved, but this sounds like a lot of work and really scary. So, can you kind of
Yeah,
break it down? Because I know you have
absolutely.
like a membership platform, like for those that are called to, get involved, but like freak out, about this whole thing.
That's what we tried to fix, is to take those barriers away. That's why we created Consumers for Wellness, to streamline this, to make it so easy, 10 minutes tops, and you can have it done. So, excuse me, you would sign up for consumersforwellness.org. It's $40 a year. It's a couple trips to Starbucks. It will not break your bank. We just needed some kind of platform because we have to pay for this platform. Okay, so you sign in. Once you log in, you're going to see our key issue, which is integrative medicine, that we're talking to legislators saying we believe in this, we want this for healthcare. That's our key issue. We have other issues on there too. For example, doctors should be trained in nutrition. It's miserable education about nutrition. They don't know anything about it. They should be trained in sexual health. I'm a sex therapist too for my clinical holistic psychotherapy. They don't know anything about sexual health. There's very little they know. There's disease focus, that's it. Not pleasure, not anything else. So there's other topics on there that we believe is encompassing of health and wellness, and we're adding them all the time. As soon as we see one, some of them are active bills, some of them are just issues like the nutrition in medical care or medical schools. They don't have that now. We want to write to medical schools and say, hey, you should change this. So once you sign up, log in, you'll automatically go to the platform where you can see whatever letter you want to write. You click on the letter, you put in your address, it automatically populates your legislators, your federal legislators. And then the letter is pre-written. There's a section for you to put your thoughts and comments in. 5 minutes, done, send. It's easy. That's what we tried to do, is streamline it, because it is daunting. All we're asking is for people who feel passionately like we do, just take that 10 minutes and sign up, and then log in and do some letters. Maybe do it once a month, but maybe do it at least once a year. Let's at least say something, right, of what you really want to see. What changes do you want? On our other website, not to get us confused, I'm so sorry if I do, on Bridget, there's surveys that we want people to fill in, because I want to know if I'm on the right track. I know what my vision is and what I'm going for, but on Bridget, there are surveys for consumers and providers to put in their 2 cents on what they'd like to see. Also, 10 minutes of your time. We're not asking for a lot here. We're not trying to break the bank. I want you guys to make money. In fact, the practitioners, We want to feature you for free on our social media. We want to educate the community. That's ultimately what we want to do as a business. But right now, let's do it for free. What is it that you can do to help people stay healthy and well? We'll put you on our website. We'll put you on Facebook, or on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and all that, because that's what we're about. We want people to not have to guess on what to do. So many people have no idea how to even start with wellness issues. We want to help them figure that out.
Yeah, and I like, I mean, it's almost like a no-brainer, you know, for $40 annually, you
I
can
hope
write
so.
letters, and then you'll advertise like what we're doing to your community. I mean, that's kind of like, oh, it's, you know, built in
Yeah.
built in marketing.
Yeah, we really want, we really are not, I mean, obviously we want to be successful, but we're looking for community partners that are hospitals, insurance companies, big organizations to say, hey, this is a great idea. Let's try to do this in our community and start to gather the research that you talked about. That's, we're looking for money there, no doubt. Okay, I'm hoping to find those folks. But right now, this grassroots is just us. And if NRA and AARP can have a lobby, why can't we have a lobby that does this? I mean, let's get our voices together. Let's move it from 12% of our population that uses complementary alternative medicine to 30, 40, 50, 75% of our population that uses our services and actually stays healthy and well, better than the sick care that we're getting now. Right? That's the kind of stuff I'm aiming for.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And you know, like I know, like you post things in the members only group, and it's like I want our people to feel that passion and just feel that importance of, you know, being an advocate for healthcare, because I think a lot of, and it's tough because a lot of business owners, they're worried about the bottom line. You know, it's
Sure.
like meeting people and you know, having a financially stable business and being able to support myself. But we don't make the connection always that if we support these efforts to help mainstream holistic wellness, more people are going to be looking for our services. There's going to be a
Exactly.
larger sea of people that are like, oh yes, I've heard of this already. So it makes it easier, you
Mm-hmm.
know, for practitioners.
And that was Camille's vision the whole time, is to be the place where people can go to find those folks, right? That's the whole point of the directory. We want to promote it on another level, though, for the awareness to come. I mean, physicians need to be trained. They don't know. They don't know. Mine sure don't. And I come in, I'm like, oh, I'm doing this and this and this, you know, for my cancer treatment care. And they're like, what's that? I don't know what that is, you know. So that we have such a gap. There's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, and some physicians actually get very upset when you
They
come
do.
in, you know, with research. I mean, you know, as someone with genetically high cholesterol, doctors have been trying to put me, you know, on medication since I was like 25 years old, and, you know, like statins and stuff. And I'm just like, you know, I understand the research about cholesterol and I talk about it, and they almost get like offended that
Yeah.
like I know stuff and, you know, that I'm using, you know, other things to help support my body. And so, it's like, I'm not trying to offend you. I just think that there's other ways of managing this.
Mhm. Well, they're only trained so much, and
Yeah.
granted, it's extensive what they are trained in. I'm not going to minimize that. I mean, the MD degree is difficult to do, but that's all. That's, if it's outside of that lane, then they, you know, they get agitated and they don't know, right? So none of us like to
Yeah.
feel like we're on unsteady ground and uncertain about what we're doing. It's obviously uncomfortable. There's a lot of work to, I feel like we could expand that.
Mhm.
And I think those things are happening. There are whole health programs that are developing. Uh, I feel like the momentum is there. We just still need to, we're still rolling the rock up the hill a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes, a lot of work to be done. So we are very appreciative that you are doing what you're doing. And I'm so glad you have somebody behind the scenes here, because in the comments section, they typed in Consumers for Wellness for membership. That's where you can sign up for your $40 a year. And with the click of a button, easy peasy, help send letters to your legislators. And then the bridgetmovement.com for surveys if you want to be part of that process. So it's all here in the chat section. So please, please go and check these two sites out.
Thank you so much, Laura. This was great. I'm so
Yeah.
happy to be a part of HCC. I love Camille. I love what we're all doing, and it's nice to chat with all of you. Any questions or comments? I'd love to hear from any of you. Reach out, email me, call me. I would love to chat, and if you want us to feature you, we'll do that too.
Awesome. So I'm assuming that your contact information is somewhere on both
yes.
of these websites. Okay.
All of it. Yes.
Okay. Very good. Thank you so much for being here, Theresa, and for doing the work that you're doing on behalf of all of us. And we appreciate that effort because, like we said, it's daunting, not easy.
It is daunting.
Yeah, not easy.
Just show up every day. That's all I do. That's all we all do.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Holistic Chamber of Commerce folks, for tuning in and watching. Please share this video with other practitioners that you know that you think can also really help support our cause here. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.